Hi, and welcome back to another update on Angus, the 1977 Mini 1000. In this episode today, I'm going to refit the crossmember. Done this several years ago when I started the project, but I've never been happy with it. And if you've seen the last video, you would have seen me cutting it out. So let's have a wee look at the floor and the crossmember. Off camera, I have been fettling the crossmember slightly and cleaning up the floor a little bit more. As you can see there, that is a damn sight better fit. The crossmember is touching both inner sills, so this one and this one, and also where the crossmember runs up to meet the floor, it's touching the floor really nicely. This one's obviously got a better profile on it. It's more squarer than the last one. The last one was splayed out, and all in all, it is a better fit. There is still a slight gap round the tunnel here on all corners, but I'm not too bothered about that. What I'll do is I'll weld it to the floor first. I'll leave where it goes round the tunnel just now, and at a later date we'll get the car back up in the rotisserie, because it needs to go in the rotisserie anyway, and I'll heat up the tunnel and dress it out so that it meets the crossmember. I think the tunnel has distorted just slightly with welding in the two half floors, so that'll probably explain the gap there. I've tried the handbrake on, that fits perfect, so obviously I didn't take this bracket off. I do remember welding up a crack in it. Seemingly they're quite bad for, the metal's quite bad for tearing, and I noticed when I was doing the floor the first time that there was a tear in that, and I welded it up, but I must have left that bracket in when I done it. So that's where we're at the moment. I'll get this crossmember marked out where I'm going to punch the holes, and we'll crack on with it. To mark out where I'm going to punch it, I'm just going to use a little Tipex pen. Great little pens these, and do a multitude of things. So I'm just going to put the dots on the floor where I want to punch the holes. That's everything marked out to get punched. So what I'll use is I'll use my my little Clark air puncher. Absolutely fantastic bit of kit. I always say that every time I use it, simply because it is. So let's get this punched out. I've just went over the floor again with the roll lock, just to clean up the metal where I'm going to be welding, and that should hopefully do it. What I'll do next is I'll give this a quick vacuum out, get rid of all the dust and dirt, and then once that's cleaned, we'll give it a coat of weld through primer. This is from Frost, so it should be decent stuff. Right, I'm just going to open up these holes a little bit just to make it easier for welding. So just go through them with a drill. There we are. It just makes the holes just that little bit bigger. That way I can get hopefully a decent weld pull in it. So I'll just run around the rest of it and do that. That's all the holes enlarged. What I'll do now is I'll get this cleaned up. There is some burrs on it, so I'll run the flap disc down that, take off the paint, give it a coat of weld through primer, and then we can get it in the car. Right, that's that cleaned up. So what I'll do now is I'll give the underside of that a little coat of the zinc primer, and then let that flash off, and then we'll finally start getting it welded into the car. Well, time's marching on. It's 9 o'clock at night now, and I really can't be making too much more noise. So, while we let that dry off, I'll go in, get cleaned up, and in the next episode, we'll get it welded in. If you have made it this far, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye for now.